right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over there. Friday is here.
Thank God.
Right?
I am burning out on so much stuff right now. I'm getting to the point, and maybe it's just age,
Yeah.
maybe it's fatigue. I'm just getting tired of so much stuff right now. I'm just tired of things right now.
Yeah.
Just tired.
I
Things are
know
good.
them feels.
I'm not complaining, but
Yeah, you are.
I'm just thankful that no, not at all.
That was a complaint.
I'm glad the weekend's. No, I'm appreciative of the fact that the weekend is here because I need a respite. I need a respite from the insanity.
The insanity.
It's good. What?
The crazed days and nights of Dave Cackley.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It gets to be a bit much at times, but you know, you turn into the skid, you straighten yourself out. I'm pretty well straight right now. I'm just really looking forward to the scotch.
Pretty well straight. You're pretty well straight. So there's a part of you in there that's a little crooked.
No, I haven't really put my finger on it yet.
Yeah?
It's one of those things. It's like I can't put my finger on what's just slightly off.
Are you putting your finger on it, or are you putting your finger in it?
I know. Well, see, now that could be the problem.
See?
I don't know whether it needs to be in or on. That could be part of my issue right now too. I don't know. I'm good. It's just one of those things. Like some things, just there's a slight disruption in the force. I'm not really exactly sure what it is, but we'll see. It could be just my head. Like I said, this could be just overall fatigue and burnout, and I just need a little rest. I think that's probably what it is.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
All right.
I will.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because the pace you're going at.
It is. It's craziness. But, you know, these shoulders have gotten fairly broad, so I can handle it.
Okay. All right. Well, if you
need ready to roll?
If you need a novena said, if you need a candle lit, if you need any of those kind of things, maybe you need an intervention from a saint. No, I'm your guy.
I appreciate that.
You make the call. I'm on it.
All right. Thank you so much.
That's what I do.
Me to you.
You need to come out?
Ready to roll?
You need to come out to a friend? I can do that.
Yeah, eventually, dude, I am going to make it out to Muskegon one of these weekends very soon. I have to before Max goes back to school. So, yeah, one in the next.
I didn't mean that kind of come out.
Oh, okay. I didn't even, you know what? I completely glossed over.
See? That's because you're burned out.
Where you insinuate that I'm a closeted homosexual that
See?
actually likes. No, not the case at all.
Okay. I didn't insinuate anything. You just jumped in and assumed that.
No, well, you know, I know where you like to be subtle about such things.
No.
And I like to put things right out there as to what I am and or what I am not. Okay.
Because all men at 48 live it with their mom. Yeah, that's
47. And some of us are in transitional phases in our lives.
Yeah.
And we're helping out family.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on, so you know it's all good. It's all good. We're good. So I'm ready to stand and deliver the news.
I'm ready to listen.
To pounce and do what you do. All right, let's do this. All right, before I get into the actual stories,
I thought you were ready.
We're talking. Yes, I am. I'm okay. This is the preliminary to the actual stories that we're going to start talking about. Okay, this is a precursor to the stories. I was talking about fatigue and being burnout. Like we're all burnout on politics, on election stuff. Thank God there are no more debates for another month. But the Vegas odds just come out again. I love this. I just love numbers. I love these things. Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden all tied at plus 700. Bernie Sanders is at plus 1,200. Donald Trump still the favorite, minus 100 to win. Quick investment tip. I love Joe Biden at plus 700. That's basically 7-1 odds. If you bet $100 right now, Joe Biden wins the presidency, which is a relatively good chance, you win $700.
Wow.
That might be a very smart investment.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right.
Just saying. I'm not picking sides in this. I don't want Trump people. I don't want liberals or Democrats or liberals or Republicans think I'm picking sides. I'm just telling you, investment-wise, might be a wise investment.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get into it. Speaking of the president, Trump says he will add a new tariff on China. 10% tariff on $300 billion worth of Chinese goods will go into effect on September 1st. Now, trade talks are still ongoing. Don't know what the possible economic ramifications are going to be. Some people are talking about, iPhones and toys. This all could be an issue coming up in the fall. Just going to have to wait and see if it has any real effects on the economy. As with most things, it's wait and see.
Okay.
All right. Well, the king is dead. Former fake wrestler Harley Race has passed away. Race was part of the National Wrestling Alliance that launched the careers of Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. Race, who once referred to himself as the greatest wrestler on God's green earth, was 76. And one of the main reasons I wanted to do this story is I was huge into wrestling when I was a kid. We're all very reflective.
As was I.
Who was your guy? Because I liked kind of like I don't want to say under the radar, but kind of like the second tier of wrestlers. Your Hacksaw Jim Duggins, your Sergeant Slaughters, your Jimmy the Superfly Snukas, Ricky Steamboat. What about you?
I don't remember a lot of specifics. Some of those names I remember, and I mean, I liked it. I was more of a music guy. So occasionally I would get a wrestling magazine, but more often than not, it was Hit Parader. I liked wrestling. I liked the Iron Sheik. I thought he was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I liked his little gimmick. Superfly, I liked him.
Yeah, you were very
Andre the Giant.
Iran.
I liked Andre the Giant.
Andre seemed almost unfair to me. He was too big, and that's where I started figuring out that the whole thing had to be fake.
Yeah,
because there's no way Andre the Giant is losing to anybody.
I'll tell you.
I'll
tell you, living your best life though in wrestling stories. Years ago, you never knew Steve Brancic, did you?
The name sounds familiar to me.
All right, Brancic was a radio guy and a promotions director and all this kind of stuff. He and I had this bit going on the radio where he would call in and just call me a big dumb dope. Yeah. That's all he would say. Big dumb dope, big dumb dope. And we ran this thing for a while, and it came up to the WWF coming to the Civic Center in Grand Rapids. It was it's the Voss Place now, but back then it was the Grand Rapids Civic Center.
Yeah,
and
early 90s. Yeah.
Scott Hall, who was Razor Ramon at the time.
Oh yeah.
He comes in to advance the show. So here I am in the studio and all this, and Scott's coming in. And we got it all set up that Steve's going to call with the shtick, and Scott's going to invite us to finish it in the ring.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
We're on the radio, and this Scott Hall literally has to duck to get through the door. This is what this man looks like. He is a tower of humanity. Ducks in, gets in. We're making a little idle chit chat, blah blah blah. Well, Steve's out of the office, so finally he finds a payphone somewhere and calls in, and we just get the bid in. He settles it out, and he says, I can get you in the ring and we can settle this. So okay. So we get through the bit, we get down to the show, the Monday Night Raw or whatever they called it, and before the cameras rolled and the thing went on national television, they put me and this buddy of mine in the sumo suits. They put us in the ring, and we went up there and wrestled in we were the first match of the night.
That's very cool.
In the sumo suits. And at that night too, we had the KLQ Bowling League, so I got done with the wrestling thing, ran up to Miracle Lanes, and boom, there was the ring on national television, and I was just in. I was like, whoa, that was pretty cool.
Sweet, man. Yeah. I was just now. Now you didn't tell me who won. Did you win?
Did. Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
I said. I know it.
I'm not going to let the Masked Avengers calling me a big dumb dope lose. I'm not going to.
See, what I would have done, because I remember back then the sumo suit thing, that was like one of those
big
things.
Time.
Like every bar had started doing that. Like, you can come in and wrestle in the sumo suits, which those things had to stink to high hell. But it would have been, as cool as that was, I think it would have been even cooler, although they probably didn't have the time to do this, if they would have let you guys actually wrestle and do some choreography. And that's would have been one of those things where you would have had to wait like maybe a week or so, or do like a week or 2 weeks of training.
Yeah,
but that would have been super cool.
Yeah, but the guy that played the Masked Avenger part, his name was Ken.
Nice.
He worked for Jack's Pizza at the time. Not only was Ken fun to get in the ring and do all that kind of stuff, he'd be out doing his Jack's Pizza route, he not only did he give us all the free pizza we could eat, he gave us one of those pizza ovens for the radio station. So,
oh my God!
I know, right?
Awesome. Now wait, was he the owner of Jack's Pizza, or was he just somebody who worked there?
He was a rep.
Okay, rep. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Ken LaPlante.
Finally, hey, speaking of death, I guess this is still a positive thing. I'm sure you may not be aware of this. Muskegon native and the grandfather of snowboarding has died. Sherman Poppen created the Snurfer, which eventually became the modern snowboard. He built this at his Muskegon home on Christmas Day in 1965, just trying to figure out something to make for his daughters.
Sure.
And then this became what we now know is the snowboard, and became part of the hippie Winter Olympics. Poppen died Wednesday at his home in Georgia. He was 89. So
good run.
Nice long life, and life well lived, and to be able to create something that has stood. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's being an inventor, man. I always think of the people who invent stuff.
Right.
I don't have that thing. I don't know what it is. Some would say intellect. Others would say creativity. Some, like you, would say imagination. I'm not sure what it is that's preventing me from being a multi-millionaire or billionaire inventor. But I feel like I need to come up with something.
Oh, we'll work on that over the weekend.
Yeah, but then I don't really have I don't really care.
Right. Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's apathy.
Could be apathy. There you go. I think we've hit on the fourth thing that I'm lacking, or that is something that's anyway.
Stick with me, kid. I'll discover things for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Sports. Tigers were off, still basking in the glow of yet another one-game winning streak. Cubs lose, Cubs lose, Cubs lose. They fall to St. Louis 8-0, and the NFL preseason kicked off last night. The Hall of Fame game. It was Denver over Atlanta, 14-10. That's sports.
I hope John Elway had a great game. Oh, that's awesome. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday.
Bye.